Right, that's it, fine. Can't take it anymore. Now that's better. Don't get me wrong though, I think seatbelts rank up there with sliced bread as great inventions go, but I like my great inventions to be less patronising, to treat me with a bit of respect. I'm just going to put the heated seat on before I forget. Off we go. Right, 2.5 turbo diesel. This is going to have oceans of torque. Oh, come on. Come on, let's go. Huh. This is possibly the slowest car. I know it's a cold day, but this is inexcusable. This car is one of the slowest cars away from the line I think I've ever driven. The problem is, you see, that this car has the old 2.5 turbo diesel engine in it. It's not the modern D5 engine, and boy does it show. The problem is made much worse by an automatic gearbox that never really seems to be fully in gear until you've reached 60 miles an hour or so. Right, I'm doing 40 miles an hour here. I don't know if you can hear that. I can just keep revving the car like I'm stuck in neutral. I'm supposed to be in drive, but the car's doing anything but. On smaller roads you get a feel for how big this car is. It's like a bloated S60. Now I think the S60 is actually quite a pretty car, especially from the back, but even though this is just a bigger version, it seems to have lost those pleasing proportions. Instead it just looks like a bit of a fatty. You can feel all of that weight pushing the front tyres on twisty roads. It's definitely wallowing, but I can't really complain. It's not a sports car, it's a big fat Volvo. The outside of the car then is massive, which begs the question when you're sitting inside it, where did all that space go? I don't know how Volvo have managed it, but I actually feel quite claustrophobic in here, even though this is a great big car. This massive chunk of a dashboard comes really close to my legs. And the windscreen seems really close to my head as well. It's definitely time to go where this car belongs though. The motorway. Now this is more like it. Suddenly the car has become transformed from this big fat wallowy blob into this smooth, quiet, hugely comfortable place to be. These seats are actually more like armchairs. This cloth feels like it could actually never be cold. Oh yes. Oh yes. The heated seats just kicked in. Now that is nice. Oh yeah. I'll just have a quick nap. You really can sit here in total comfort, listening to that excellent Volvo stereo until the tank runs dry. And it doesn't seem to matter if I go any faster or slower, the car doesn't appear to get any louder. Another slightly annoying thing about the heater in this car, it seems I can't have warm feet and a demystic car. I've either got to have one or the other, which is really great. But unfortunately I can't stay on the motorway all day, I have to get back onto the A-roads. The interior is definitely the best part of this car. It's got great back seats with masses of space. They even fold down to make the long boot even longer. It's not very tall though. The controls are wonderfully chunky and easy to use, although the window and mirror buttons are slightly fiddly. Safety, of course, is high on Volvo's priority list, and hence we've got airbags in the front and the back, and massively thick doors to give you a feeling of security. It's very well spec'd for a 5-year-old car with electric everything. CD and tape player, climate control, cruise control, heated seats, etc, etc. Let me sum up this car in sections. Outside, this is a big, wide and frankly ugly car, although I suppose you could say it's subtle. The size makes parking a real pain, along with poor visibility caused by big pillars and headrests. Running costs are going to be high. Volvo parts and servicing are expensive. If your hobby is replacing front tyres, then this will be the car for you. The interior is a lovely place to be, if slightly claustrophobic in the front. It's supremely comfortable and you do feel like you're driving a luxury car. We did a 600-mile round trip with 5 adults in one day and no one complained. The engine is useless everywhere but the motorway. The gearbox is useless unless you've got twice as much power, so buy the D5 or a larger petrol engine if you can, as this transforms the car. If you travel predominantly on the motorway and want a little subtle luxury, then this could work for you, but I would forget it if you need it for anything else.